Hey, Taiwanica listeners, it's Eric. And here's the deal. I've got chocolate stashed everywhere. Desk, mailbox, even my sock drawer. It's been a true story. But my real passion? Helping you find balance and calm through simple practices. Get ready for another episode packed with wellness tools to lift you up. Let's dive in. This is episode 100 of Taiwanica Podcast. Welcome, everybody. We are so grateful to have you here today because it's a very special moment in the journey of creating this wonderful mindset growing podcast for all of you who have been joining us up until this moment. We have gone through many different versions of Taiwanica up till now, starting with cultural sense, learning about how to share things between Taiwan and the USA when it came to things that we would do together, and then growing into something brand new of developing mindsets. And that's what we've been doing ever since for the last 50 episodes. And now we have hit that milestone. 100. What a great moment to be. And I'm not the only one here to celebrate it. Of course, the other person who has worked hard to make this a reality, to help it grow into what it is today, Anita,
You're so very welcome.
The wonderful host.
Thank you for
Thank
inviting
you for being
me.
here.
Thank you for including me into your big play.
Well, yeah, really small.
Well, yes, it started off with something really small that we did not expect it to become as big as it has. Everything that we do now in terms of being a great organization to help people to grow a happy mindset has started right here. So the title of our episode today is to provide you the 6 truths of Taiwanica. What was the things that really created this, and how has it shifted over time? Because the original Taiwanica and the current Taiwanica that you're listening to is completely different in terms of the content that we make and the design that we do and the conversations that Anita and I share. It's all completely different. I think it's a really good example of us evolving over time.
I was just
think,
thinking
Anita?
about this before we're about to start recording, because doesn't matter, from the beginning until this moment, Taiwanica has shown every side of us. Because when we have this idea to have podcasts, we just, we love talking, we love sharing things, so we're just gonna be who we are. So from the beginning, we're talking about languages because we learn languages, and then we talk about cultural differences because that's what we are interested in, and we are being funny, entertaining because that's who we are. And eventually has shifted to this path, which is, helping people self-help, mindset growing, this kind of path. So I'm just like, Taiwanica's fun because that's Eric and Anita. So today, the 6th truth is going to be really, really fun and also kind of personal, like from the beginning until this moment. The things, the contents that we provide are very different. And, it's going to be fun.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things.
Yes, absolutely. One of the biggest things that you definitely want to stick around for is towards the end of what was the biggest things that really hit us, because it's very honest. Some of the things that we're sharing here are things that we are a little bit embarrassed to share because it's really what was motivating us to create this podcast in the first place. And now that we've noticed it, we're kind of like a little diulian or a little bit hiding our face about it. But in reality, it's really important for us to, bring everything to transparency because if you know what we're all about, then we are completely honest about what we do.
Sure.
So how about we dive in?
Be the first to share.
All right. So Anita, would you like to be the first to share one of yours?
When we first started doing it, we were just, like I mentioned, just be, who we are, whatever topics that we are interested in talking, then we just kind of do it, and it become, I think it's kind of like the path you just have to go through yourself. Every time you start a project and you're going to be at a certain point, like, someone is listening, and you start growing the pressure. It's like, how am I going to do it? Kind of focus on how to entertain people. It's hard because podcasts or YouTube or whatever, it doesn't matter. Don't talk about your content. Don't talk about your name of your channel. Those kind of platforms kind of give you the impression that you're going to entertain people. People will stay or watch your stuff if you're fun or interesting. So it kind of at some point I would just shifted the purpose and the intention of this show. So we kind of like, we need to be funny, because when we look at other people, they are successful, they are really funny. Or they're like, most common thing is that foreigners talking about Chinese. It's not a bad thing. It just, we kind of lose the mojo when we are creating our own stuff. So I think the first truth I wanted to share is like, I eventually see through like, entertaining people is supposed to be the add-on. It's not like the main course itself. The main course still has to be aligned with who we are and what do we want to do. What is the purpose of this show? Then combine us who we truly are together. So I think the first one that helped me personally feel a lot easier and relaxed about the show is, always focus on the intention of serving other people instead of entertaining. But I could do the other way around. If I provide educational or helping topics, I can still be funny. I could still be interesting. So they kind of give me the balance about this show.
Great. So figuring out how to balance what is important and what is something that people would like to hear in terms of staying on a podcast, listening to entertainment, having fun, also grabbing some wisdom along the way. Well, very cool. One of the things I can definitely recognize is I was doing the same thing, because one of the things that we really wanted to do at the start was to be funny, to make something that people would enjoy, because we were enjoying it. But then we started making shifts because, we weren't having many people listening to the podcast, or the things that we were creating wasn't necessarily enjoyable. It was all going just a little bit chaotic at that time. But we learned over time that instead of trying to match what society wanted, we needed to blend in what we wanted with society's demands. And so the one thing that I really discovered at the first thought of having a podcast was I just really wanted to get famous. That was one of the biggest truths, is that I just wanted to get famous with this. I thought, there's not very many podcasts in Taiwan yet. It wasn't a big demand just yet. So I was thinking, maybe we could take advantage of this opportunity by creating things that would give us reward, get us the money, make it so that we are going to easily be able to live life just because we're talking on microphones. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but in the end, I realized that wasn't something that I wanted to do. I actually really enjoyed the feedback that we got from people when we did make content that was very empowering. Like, I still hear from people on a regular basis about one of the episodes being about a sense of belonging. That was one of the episodes that I hear multiple times from various people saying that was really amazing. I really loved that. And that was coming actually from a very raw place when we made that. And so it made me realize that being really honest and truthful was the goal that would help us not only make rich content, but actually enjoy the process of doing it at the same time. So switching from just a money mindset to honestly giving something gave me the possibility of honestly receiving things from other people. So it was just a very big aha moment, because of course there's money involved nonetheless, but it didn't have to be the most important thing anymore. And that's what made this podcast worth to continue, because of the feedback that we've been receiving around the world. It's not just something that we have in Taiwan or say there are people in Brazil, in Europe, all over the world that listen to this. And thanks to you guys, we have been motivated to just keep this ball rolling because it actually gives us a sense of fulfillment doing this.
So the next one is my turn.
Yes,
So,
of course. Please go ahead.
Like I mentioned about the stress about the transition in between. So it kind of gave me the stress, like you have to be a certain way. We have to put up the episode each week, or at the set time, or I have to design something that's trendy. Even if you look back to the previous episode, that I probably you probably can see like every single episode's cover is different. I put in a lot of effort to design those kind of things. Don't get me wrong, I got like really a lot of positive feedback about those designs. But the truth is I was very tired and exhausted and stressed out about those appear to be a fun things. So once again, there is no alignment. So when things doesn't have alignment, it means something has to change. And that was the one thing. But the other one is, like when I was about to record the episode, I started to no more motivations there. It becomes like a must do, like a job or a requirement. So it becomes not so enjoyable anymore. And then so we kind of like, I don't know, because for me it's like it's either being perfect or nothing. So
So, we were just talking about ways of improving yourself and self-value. And it reminds me of how important it is to have the right tools for the job. Speaking of that, let's look at one that's all about creating self-worth and boundaries. There's a PDF that we've created that you can find below that has 15 questions in it that are designed to help you from question 1, understand the negative aspects of self-worth, all the way to question 15 to help you realize ways that you can actually create self-worth for yourself. It's absolutely free and you can find it in the description down below. Check it out.
I learned to just let go of let go whatever the things that's stopping me from growing, and then just learn to follow the flow.
Really wonderful.
I mean, great. Sounds really wonderful. I mean, I remember the times where, from the background of being there with you and you doing that, how tired you were feeling trying to create that additional stuff and juggling everything all at once. The stuff that you created was marvelous, but was it worth it? Is I think the main question there. But it's something that we definitely can see how people can appreciate, but also being appreciated is wonderful, but also recognizing yourself, the effort that you put in, and is it something that you actually want to do is, I think, the most important thing to take away from that when you say. It kind of coincides with what I had with my following truth as well, which is, I don't mean to take the wind out of your sails or steal your thunder or anything like that, but Taiwanica was an idea that came to me, and it came to me while I was taking a shower. I was just like, oh, well, that's an interesting idea.
Reaction.
And so as soon as I got out of the shower, I was like, whoa.
Oh my God.
It's kind of like a snake was going up my boot or something like that. Boot. Get your head out of your pants, Anita.
That's pretty personal.
So, so once I did that, I immediately got out of the shower and told Anita about it, and she's like, "Oh, well,
Give it a try.
I was super pregnant.
We could
I was
give it a
laying
try.
on the
Why
bed.
not?
I was like, what? Okay, whatever.
She didn't even know what day it was.
I will say yes to make him shut up.
She didn't even know what hour it was. She didn't even know if she ate food that day or not. Oh, yes. That's basically all she was munching on the entire time. No wonder why our son is so salty.
Anywho, I did remember you mentioned about that.
So, yeah. And after that, I was just like, let's give it a go because it made sense. All you needed
Which
was
is
a phone and a recording device, which was your phone.
2 phones.
And we just put it right next to our windowsill and we just started chatting away. And that was the beginning. But little did we know that that was actually the seed of our business. Everything, literally everything that we have done to improve ourselves has been related to the podcast in one way or another ever since then. And so if you're trying to think about creating a business, you just take it from us that you're just not going to know what's going to happen.
Every single time
you just have to keep on making this. Yes, it's not a fake laugh. It's real. The decisions that you have to make, it's just incredible how if you just keep on moving forward and trying new things, then yes, time will be consumed, but it will be taking you to a direction of success. No matter what. We are successful business owners because of Taiwanica. And even though our actual business name is not even called Taiwanica, everything that Taiwanica has taught us and motivated us to do, like learning more about mindset or trying to connect with new people or finding new ways of drawing people in to know about us or going out and meeting new people to do recordings, and you name it. It's all because of this. So if you're thinking about stepping out of your comfort zone and going out into the world of trying something new, then realize that it's actually very possible if you just think of one medium of way of sharing information. It doesn't have to be a podcast. It could be a blog. It could be a book, anything. It's just a matter of giving it a chance. So that's one of the really big things that I learned.
Thank you so much for sharing. I'm still seeing.
Yeah, you're having a great time over there. Giving me a bunch of crap about it.
The snake curl.
Yeah, not in my booba, all over.
Not popping.
Dancing on it now.
Yes.
Your imagination, as always, is running wild. So we have 6. You've done 2. That means there's 1 left for you. What is your final truth? The final truth
is, I think it's kind of, for me, the core that pushed me to grow is how to tackle down the stress. And I understand. Thank you. He was highlighting the notes for me. It's like my core is stress. So, along the way, I have to take a lot of stress. And the other stress is sometimes we are tight on our time. And we have a lot of stress. Like I said, the schedule, the design, the content, the way I speak. People said I laugh too loud, or Eric said I laugh too loud. That was you. People laugh the moment I laugh. And you are the one who say you laugh too loud. You have to move your microphone away when you laugh.
Hey. No one knows how much I have to edit these things because of your life, okay?
So there's a lot, like every time I sit there in front of the camera holding a microphone, I was just like, my mind's going like, this is a bunch of lists, sending me a caution sign. So sometimes we don't. It's totally normal when you are talking about something with your business partner or just your partner or your friend. Sometimes there will be like disagreement for sure, right? So before we were just like, whatever. Okay, you want to do this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to argue with you or whatever. Get it done. And then we just sit there and do the recording and wasn't sincere from my side. I don't know about you. I'm just only speak for me. Or sometimes I would sit there and I was still hating Eric by saying something, but we are doing the recording. I cannot let it show. I was just pushing myself, and my mind at the same time got distracted by what happened before the recording, and I was exhausted. As we will be talking about all of your emotions problems, right? If you don't take time to let it go, that's gonna drain you. So that's what happened to me. And eventually I take I take it out on this podcast. So there were the moments like, why am I doing this? Well, what is the purpose of doing this? We're doing this, and you start to complain a lot. Like nobody's listening to it, which is not the truth. You start complaining this and complain that, and then it have brought me the chance to take a look at it, take a look at the situation and find the root, which is we have to settle the disagreement first, because it's totally normal and inevitable, and which also necessary when you are trying to build something with anybody in any kind of life circumstances. Right? Marriage, friendship, family. Are we going on a camping trip this week? Are we going to celebrate our anniversary by drinking? Little things. There will be disagreement. And it's a very, very useful tool that when you can settle your disagreement and bring the alignment, and you'll be able to create a lot of beautiful things because you are doing it together with two portions of force, right? Can you count force? I don't think so. Forces? Are you sure?
Sure. With our forces combined, we are Pikachu.
Oh, I'm Pikachu.
I'm the Pika.
Anyways,
you get to be the Chew.
So that's what the life lessons I learned because of Taiwanica, and because of Taiwanica, I learned this ability, and I use this ability to apply to creating more content when I'm recording Taiwanica. So that's like a very good life lesson.
All right. All right. So out of all of that, I'm just going to say the big thing that you learned was that you really want to be sincere when you're creating content.
Up about what I said?
Because it's just like,
sometimes it's like
you're
this.
over there, you're over here, you're over there. It's just
you're going this way and that way, and then just stay. And then your husband and your business partner is just going to be a little BUTT. So you're just gonna have to let them be a BUTT.
Oh, yes.
Please give us some up if you must.
I really like how you spell that. It's really great. At least you didn't add hairy to that.
Nobody wants to know that you have a hairy butt.
Okay. Well, now everyone knows that you have a hairy butt. All right. So let's go on to my final truth, shall we? Yeah, and don't you see?
You haven't talked about that chunk yet.
Okay, so,
talk about that chunk.
Nope. So here we go. The last thing that I learned as a truth that we've already kind of touched on it in many different ways. Not to sound perverted about it, but the thing about this that's really important that I want to share with everybody, and I think you would think it's very important for you, is understanding that growing something is always going to at first seem like an impossible task, just because you have to think just like a tree. Like if you think about it being fully grown, like 20, 30 years old,
are you allowed
to say a big ass tree, right? But I am now. But the big thing about it that starts is that it's just a tiny seed that's in the ground, in the dark. And there's nothing there except maybe water sometimes. Like, hey, be my friend. And they're like, nope, I'm going inside of you. Why, what? And so it's a very, perversive relationship at the beginning. But then sooner or later, it opens, it sprouts, and it gets into this air where it's surrounded by lots of other trees, and it has inspiration to keep growing because it has a role model to keep on looking at, to say, if they can do it, why can't I? If they can do it, why can't I? and they keep growing, and they get to a huge size. But it takes time
Devotion.
and effort and resources and just devotion. There's just so many things that come involved with it, and so many things that you just cannot expect will show up. But the most important thing to remember is, what are you doing with your resources, and are you creating value with those resources? Those are like the two most important truths that I combined into this final one, is because everyone has a limited amount of resource, and that's your energy for the day. And that can be used in a valuable sense or not. And it's really a life lesson along growing a business, is looking at your life where you are already putting value in it. Because you're definitely putting value into your life right now, but how much of it each day are you putting value into it? Because you're going to find more and more, as you keep working hard on something that you really care about, you're going to find lots of places where you're not doing that. And that's when it's a hard truth, because you have to stop doing those things and put more effort into the things that you need to do to be able to make this grow in the pace that you want to see it. So like for us, we were both very anti-social media for a long time. And we still kind of are a little bit, but now we have realized that in order to grow and have people see our content, we must embrace the power of social media in one way or another. So that's why Anita just created a really cool idea. And on Instagram, you can find us, which is _Eric and Anita. Of course, it's so beautiful. You guys really got to check it out. You really, all of it. You really got to check it out. It's really well designed, and she's been putting tons of beautiful content on it. _Eric and Anita Instagram. And I've been working on doing threads with my account, which is
how many underscores that you are having
coach. It's a really long. I should probably put 5 more.
Do you know what I just realized? If you put like a blank, this is called blank space. Oh my God, space.
This is space.
It will become on the social media. People probably already know that.
Really?
But I just
underscore. Really?
Little realization. Encourage. Great job.
And he has little realizations we always have to encourage.
Like,
great job.
Like technology.
You're doing great. I'm proud of you.
When I discovered something, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
pretty fascinating. Well, wonderful for sharing. So the last thing that I would say is just, do the things that you really want to do, but also understand what society demands are, and do the two things align. And if they don't, are you willing to compromise? And if so, how much are you willing to compromise? Because if you are willing to compromise to this societal demand of what it is that you want to create, then there's going to be an alignment there. But if you're not willing to compromise on what you're creating that matches societal demands, then either keep the thing that you're creating as a hobby, or completely subdue yourself into societal demands on the other side, which will bring you no joy. So neither of them are going to be successful businesses if you do it this way. So instead, find something that you love to do and see if it matches with the things that society wants. Because if it does, then you got yourself a successful business. Love what you do. Go with the flow of life. Flow of life flows with society because that's where everyone is. And if you can align all these together, then people will support you, love you, and encourage you to do more.
Flow of life? What? Flow? Creativity.
Tell me.
So when you are finding yourself, like, don't know what to do, you know what you love, but you don't know what to do, which is the most common, like, disease around the world. Like, I know what I love, I don't know what to do about it, So when this kind of thing, there is no flow, right? Because flow is like, you know what you're doing, you know what you love, and you are doing it exactly what you love, and you start seeing results. That's like the flow. In order to create flow, you have to do something to create the momentum, right? Like the river has to be, the path has to be water, everything. So being creative, you know what you love, and then you know what the societal demand is, and be creative. How can you combine the two? Like the moment I decided to do the Instagram is like, because before I was thinking about I should be just locked into a niche. But just like I said, in the beginning of our podcast, we are like so many different side of us. We're funny, we are supportive, we are serious, we are educational, those kind of things, right? So it's really hard to log into one niche. When you look up look up online information, they tell you that you have to look at one niche so that you can get a blah 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 blah. So it's really hard to just log in one. So I've decided, that one niche is Eric and Anita. So just showing everything that we can do, because when everybody asks me that, what can you do? I say, I can do so many things, and I am not showing off, but I am putting a lot of effort to do the things I really want to do. And then the result turns out to be I'm actually quite good at a lot of things, like designing. It was not my, I have no background designing, but when I wanted to do it, I do it good. So Eric and Anita just like, if you want me to play the social media game, I'm just going to do it my way. I'm just showing what I like. I show you the beautiful pictures that I took. I show the words that I wrote. I show the funny side of it, So you just have to be creative and study to create a really perfect flow for you to flow in. And the next thing you need to do, just lean into it, and it will guide you to a whole new world.
Give you some sort of
It wasn't so intentional, but it was just,
Always.
Yeah, that's the flow.
You went with the flow, apparently. Yeah, well, it's a very good point and a great way to close this final episode.
I see.
Yes, for the
Was
first
that you creating?
100. Yes.
Are you creating?
We have.
Are you just telling me now?
I am done. Peace.
There is no Nick.
It's just going to be Taiwan.
America has
Welcome
quit.
to Taiwan podcast. Yes, I'm out. It's all the tariffs. Okay. Okay. Political joke aside. So this is what we wanted to share with you. I hope you found this interesting. We have definitely worked hard on making this episode of figuring out what is the thing that would really help resonate with you on how you can move forward with everything that we've done. And mindset coaching from here on out is
what do you do with your students?
So
why do you use intense to describe?
Strap in.
You have to be intense.
Because if you want to live life, you have to be calm and intense at the same time. If you can learn how to be calm and intense simultaneously, you have achieved a very unique life. So what does that mean?
Right.
It's stuff that we will keep on explaining through our further episodes, because everything about mindset is beyond what you can expect. It's always how it's going to be. And if you have any anticipation of what will happen in the future, you can always expect that there will be random coincidences on the way. So enjoy what's going to come. We can't wait to see you there. I can't wait to create it with you. It will be so much fun.
I'm
what
waiting
are you doing
for
with your hands?
Talking. 感谢师兄。
I'm done. Please tell me what you're doing. Okay.
你要说感恩 back 啦。
不客气。
感恩
back 了。
Oh. God. I'm saying God too, but okay. So you all, thank you for listening. If you're still here, that means you really are enjoying this content. Please feel free to share it with your friends and let Taiwanica's great words spread to more people like you so they can enjoy the content.
Perfect. Bye.
All right. That'll be it for today. See you next time.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. If you really enjoyed it, then if you can be one of the very few people who can give us a 5-star review and even tell us about what you liked about the podcast, that would be great if you can do that in the place where you're listening. 谢谢大家。如果你真的很喜欢今天的 podcast 的话，请你们给我们5颗星。这个会让更多人越来越了解台湾要给什么的资料，让他们的生活越来越顺利。感谢。